To remain ignorant of history is to remain forever as a child, a quote by Cicero. It shows the lack of knowledge of the past can cause intolerance in present days. History, kind of by definition, happened a long time ago. Most of it, in fact, happened a long time ago before our adults or children were born. So neither experience history. History is something we must learn. Let's get to know about one of the historical places in Sarawak, the Fort Margherita. Fort Margherita was built in 1878 and completed in 1879 at a total cost of 8,100 Spanish dollars by Charles Brooke, Raja of Sarawak. Situated in Kuching, Sarawak, Malaysia. The fort is located on the banks of the Sarawak River facing Kuching town near the Brooks residence. This place is surrounded by Malay village. The fort is an important landmark and monument in Sarawak's history, which goes back to the Brooke dynasty. It is named after Charles Brooke's wife, Rainey Margaret. It is a unmistakable landmark along Sarawak River. Fort Margherita mimics the English castle and was built to guard Kuching's river approaches from pirates. With a strategic position on a hill facing the diversion of Sarawak River, this fort served as the main defense place for Raja Brooke, who faced constant opposition from the native population. In the old days, a cannon shot was fired from here every evening to mark the end of the government workday. As the fort is situated within the police training barracks, visitors may be asked for some form of ID. The fort is shaped like a square building built from plaster bricks. It has 3 floors, the ground floor for control and detention room. The first and second floors have Belian wood floors for military living spaces, while the roof is the place of the control. A spiral staircase made of Belian wood and iron pole is located in one corner connecting each level up to the roof. The stair tower is higher than the roof for guards to survey further distances. As a result of stronger attacks from the indigenous population, this fort was enlarged in 1934 by building a high wall that was connected to the original building. This building has a wide courtyard for military parades. It is equipped with 2 lookout towers and passageway for soldiers to guard along the wall. Cannon holes were built on the wall facing the Sarawak River and the Malay village below the hill. This fort was used as a Sarawak Ranger base in 1932, as a Japanese Kempeitai office during the Second World War, and lastly, as a police museum. Originally, before 1934, there were only detention rooms, but it was added to a fortress. This fort was also used as a base for the Japanese Army in 1941. Since this building has a high historical value, in 1971, this fort was listed as Sarawak Historic Building under the Antiquities Ordinance. The National Heritage Department did repair work in 2006. However, it suffered damage after being vacated by the police during the construction project of the new Sarawak State Assembly building next to this fort. The conservation of this fort is one of the main projects of the National Heritage Department in 2011 to 2012 under the 10 Malaysia Plan program. Later on, the fort was handed to the Sarawak government. In 2016, the fort was then turned into a museum, now known as the Brooke Gallery, and is now considered one of Kuching's most prized museums. Thank you. That's all from me.